In an era of cancel culture, Philip Clement was on his hands and knees begging for this to be cancelled. Welcome back to Fog Football. It's an evening with Philip Clement at Edmonton House. Tuesday, 10th of September 2024. And I thought, why not come up with 5 questions for ourselves for Big Phil? Because you know what? It could get crazy.
It could get crazy, but let's be honest, I think Rangers are only going to let people in that are going to ask nice questions, softball questions. I can't imagine they're going to ask the hard-hitting questions that need to be asked. So we'll see what happens here. But I mean, it's a bad time for a sit-down evening with Clement.
It really is. But let's just look at the...
This is the kind of thing that Roger should be doing. He should be bathing in his glory, so to speak. But I mean, Clement, if these questions are unfiltered, you can only imagine some of the shit he's going to get thrown at him.
They announced this, I think, way before the season even begun, right?
Maybe they expect it to be top.
But why would they announce it? So I know, but they've announced it before the season begun, so therefore people who could ask dodgy questions might have already bought their tickets. I think it was only like a tenner, by the way. So that might be a problem. You can't really tell who's going to ask a dodgy question or not, right? But you know the first Old Firm game is always at the end of August, start of September. And you knew it was going to be at Parkhead because last year's was at Ibrox. And therefore, and Clement swept out, we're not going to be ready till October. This just sums up Rangers for me at the minute. Why on God's green earth, or in some cases blue earth, why in the hell would they actually do this? Because to me this is just set up to be another laughing stock, man. He is going to get pelters. He is going to be getting asked questions that's going to make his collar itch. And it makes no sense to me why they would do this. So we've put our own 5 questions together. We could have did more. To be honest, I didn't even include Ianis Hagi, who's ripping it up for Romania at the minute. Don't understand what's going on there.
Aye, so bonus question.
Aye, what are you doing with fucking Hagi?
What's the crack with Hagi? Well, why won't you play him? Who cares if it's going to cost a little bit of extra money? You know, he's one of the better players that Rangers have. Why can't he get a start? Why can't he get a game? It's not like Rangers are flying top of the league and don't need Hagi and they're doing perfectly fine without him. I mean, Rangers need all the help they can get. It was an uninspiring transfer window. You've got a lot of injuries, a lot of players that aren't fit, a lot of players that aren't performing. But it's like, why not give Hagi a chance as some fucking loud lawnmower passes the window and it's like...
Philip Clement and a bulldozer trying to stop us speaking the truth here.
He doesn't want this interview with Clement to go down.
But see for Hagi,
yeah,
right?
Do you think he's going to be hiding behind the desk like Stevie Naismith was hiding behind that seat during this interview?
Maybe, but see Hagi, right? I'm not going to sit here and pretend that he's like the greatest midfielder ever, but let's compare him to like a Bernardo. Because I think that's maybe more his price range, sort of Bernardo round about there. See if Celtic...
From what I've seen, I think Hagi's better in his prime.
I'm not going to compare him to fucking Hatate or McGregor, alright? Because I just get a red neck for that. But my point is, say Celtic had a midfielder who was more than good enough to start right now, right? And they were just doing...
And they had shite in midfield that wasn't good enough.
There would be a fucking uproar, and rightfully so. I feel like no one's making a... Hagi starts for Rangers right now. And you know why he starts for Rangers right now?
Because their midfield's pish.
Because look at the game against Celtic. How does Hagi not make a difference? Whether it's on the wide areas or if it's down the middle, he fucking starts.
Well, it's simple. He starts because he's better than the 11 that Rangers have on the field.
Yo, Hagi starts for Romania, right? Ross McCausland starts on the bench for Northern Ireland. Tells you all you fucking need to know. Tom Lawrence is shite.
Yep.
Right, but anyway, Hagi, it's just another argument that stacks up against Clement, because if he was starting Hagi, no, well, I mean, I'd still be wanting him, but it's like another point against him.
It's another dilemma that he's got and he needs to answer.
Right.
But right now we're going to go into the real questions, and question 1 is quite simple. Why are we so pish?
Yeah, why are we so pish, Clement? 4 shots on target. Well, no, mate, it's the 4 shots on target ain't going to cut this one. I think he's going to be on the shots tonight if he's going to deal with this, but why are we?
I mean, Clement will probably argue judges in October. Judges in October when the league's finished and we're 10 points behind.
Yes, judges then.
It's hard to put, I don't know. Wait, but it's not like there's just been shite this season. I would like Clement to answer what has happened, because Celtic fans won't admit this, right? But Rangers were undeniably favourites last season at one point in the league.
Yep.
Especially around February, March. Rangers were favourites to go and win the title. They had a lead over Celtic. They had much better form over Celtic. Celtic fans weren't happy. They were wanting Rodgers out. I know they've got short-term memory loss and they're going to pretend all this shite never happened. But there was a point last season when Rangers had far superior form and they looked like they were going to win the league until they fell apart. And they did fall apart. And people were saying, oh, there's no challenge. We won the league by more points than Ange did. Yeah, but when did Ange ever look like he wasn't going to win the league? Even in the season where Ange came from behind, I predicted that after 2 games, I said 100% Celtic would win the league. And I think you always knew Ange was going to catch Gio and beat him.
Yeah, it did look inevitable at some stages, didn't it? But yeah, some people have selective memories because last season Rangers were favourites, no doubt about it, at one stage.
Yeah, last season Celtic came as close to losing the title as they ever have since, in my opinion, the 55 season. But whatever, for some reason Rangers fell apart. Dundee, Ross County, you name it. And Celtic weren't even great, they had their bad results. Even that game they lost against Hearts, that should have been the nail in the coffin. But Rangers couldn't take advantage.
Yeah. And no, but that's the difference though, because if Rangers won that game, Celtic lost and it was kind of like, well, it's a free hit because they've lost the Motherwell, we've lost at Tynecastle, and we were doing the Tyne men. 10 men. But yeah, you're there was a title fight definitely last season. We went through our fids. See late February, just beginning of March, man. We're making fids about Celtic fans demanding Rodgers to be out. People flooding up super scoreboards.
Bookmakers had Rangers 2-7,
which is fucking incredible.
So yeah, I would ask why have Rangers been so shite? We went from looking really, really good. Clement was almost like a god last season up until about end of March.
Rangers have went from, obviously Celtic had their injuries, but Rangers were in form, the best team in the country. That's not even up for debate. They were, to literally looking like, are they second best now? They're not second best on form.
Clement came in and he turned a 7-point gap, a 7-point deficit into a 2-point lead.
Yep.
So when Clement came in, he had a 9-point swing over Rodgers, but Rangers there was never a title. People talk piss.
But that's the problem.
I can't fucking stand them. You know what? See if you want to
lie.
No, but see if you want to bathe in the misery of Rangers right now and gloat. That's fine, but don't try and rewrite history and pretend that last season was plain sailing and the title was never in doubt when it was. It's disingenuous. Why lie?
You like that word, disingenuous?
Well, it is true.
It is true, but here.
So I would say to Clement, look, how did you go from looking so good? Maybe not playing wise, because I don't think Rangers were ever playing well. We were playing alright, but I don't think that, for me, on it performance wise, they were never blowing me away.
Beat Hearts 5-0, it was alright.
Aye, well, enough with that, but performance wise, I don't think there was many great performances, but results wise, they were solid and they were always getting the wins.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they stopped.
They were showing signs of champions.
And then
fell through.
It capitulated. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. But
so I would say to Clement, why are we so pissed and why have we been pissed for 6 months?
He'll say, wait till October. I'll wait till October.
Yeah, October's a month away. I don't know what's going to change in 3 weeks.
I know, honestly, I don't get what's going to change in 3 weeks, but he's digging himself a hole with that one.
I think he's just buying himself time.
Yep. But he's buying himself time, even though they're not going to sack him. Anyway, question number 2. Will Tav leave? Obviously, Besiktas are in. I feel like this is just... it seems a wee bit more concrete than usual, but I don't think Tav will leave, so what will Clement say? I don't speak about transfers for shots on target.
Yeah, I doubt he'll speak about transfers. Could you blame Tav, though, if he did leave at this point?
No, but I want him to... I think for Tav's sake, for Rangers' sake, he needs to go.
I think it's best all round if he leaves.
Yeah.
He's almost not wanted at Rangers.
But I don't want the delusional fans that think James Tavernier leaving is going to automatically turn things around. Because look at the amount of players that Rangers have let go. Lundstrom, he's a problem. He's shite. Barisic, he's shite. Kamaru, he's shite.
Oh, see, to be fair, man.
Kent. They've all went.
See, to be fair, I did say I'd have kept Lundstrom.
Aye, we see what he's doing in Trabzonspor. Try to chase him out after a week.
I just don't think I think Rangers let way too many players go. You never see that. You never see a club have a massive turnout of experienced core, the core squad players in one window like that.
Well, Celtic did it, but
when?
The end of 21 season, when Rangers won the league, they did. They lost a lot. They lost Christie, Edward, Adger, Brown.
And who was predicting Celtic to win the league that season?
No one.
Exactly.
But they did.
Yeah.
Because they're just a better run club.
No, because Ange came in, they saved them.
I know he did save them, but I mean, it can be done.
Who thought Celtic?
Rangers could have rebuilt properly.
Nobody in their right mind thought. No Celtic fan thought they were winning the league that season. They all wanted to Ange out after 7 games. I said after 2 games, I guaranteed he'd win the league. After 7 games,
You must have been bricking it after 7 games then.
What? No.
Aye, your wee prediction was on its arse.
Celtic fans after 7 games were crying and they wanted Ange out. Like, he's destroying this club. 3 wins, 3 defeats, and a draw.
Take me back to he's destroying this club, and we're not talking about Rangers. I want to fucking build me a time machine.
So I don't think you can get rid of that core group. That I wouldn't have done it. I think it's way too many key players. And look, they may not be, maybe not key players as in good performances, but still, you're getting rid of so many players that have been used to starting, in the starting 11. Just it's your core squad, man, and you're just like getting rid of like half of them. I think it's way too many. I agree, get rid of some, but I think there was room to keep. I think you could have kept Goldson and Lundstrom. I don't think they were.
No, I know.
Barisic, I think his time was up. I think Barisic had to go. Roof, I just think was too injury prone. No point keeping him. McLaughlin, I don't think it's a loss really.
Yeah.
Ryan Jack's always injured, so. But for me, I think Lundstrom and Goldson. I'm not saying don't get rid of them, but I think they're players that you could have did with for this season and then move them on at the end.
I want to get rid of them. I'm not gonna. They need it to.
You think it was a good move getting rid of them all?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, fair enough. I don't.
It's a good move to get rid of them, but you have to
You
buy
don't
replacements.
even have the funds to get them in, so.
That's the problem. It's just a shit show, right?
So you don't take that into consideration.
Well, I thought we had the funds.
Are
Champions League, mate.
you telling me right now you wouldn't want Goldson and Lundstrom in this? You don't think Goldson and Lundstrom give you options? You don't think they strengthen the squad?
You need them. Well, Goldson would start still. I'm not doing that. Of course he would. How wouldn't he?
So you don't think Lundstrom?
But Lundstrom wouldn't. No, the midfield's moved on. What do you mean? John Lundstrom was fucking. He cost us games last season.
Right, okay. Well, he cost you the title, but whatever.
I just thought about. When was the last time Hearts got cost a fucking league title?
Honestly, man, Vladimir Romanov 2005.
Who, by the way, is actually joint Lithuanian and Russian. You fucking. He's definitely neither of those two. He's Belarusian or some shit.
I think he's got a Belarusian parent, but I'm not gonna die on that hill.
Anyway, third question: how long till we win an Old Firm game?
I'd actually start Lundstrom, by the way, alongside Conor Barron.
Then we'd never win an Old Firm game. John Lundstrom's pish.
You used to chant John Lundstrom's the best on earth.
Because when he was winning games in the European finals, mate.
So hold on, he's good enough to take you to a European final, but he's not good enough to play Scottish Premiership football?
Well, fucking, did you watch him? Because that's what it looked like. Anyway.
Hold on, no, even last season.
What?
No, even last season, you were rating him as the best player on the team for a while.
Who?
Rangers fans.
I wasn't. He had a purple patch.
Aye, around Christmas time.
Shite.
Christmas, New Year. And then all of a sudden you throw him under the bus and you pretend that he's pish.
Because he bottled the league title.
He's all bottled it.
I know they did, and they hit all of them.
Because they get rid of every single person.
Oh, fuck, I honestly, I can't stand most players in that team.
I think John Lundstrom's got a bad... He got dealt a bad hand.
Right, how long till Rangers win an Old Firm game?
Yeah, that's question 3. How long? Never.
How many managers have never won an Old Firm game?
See, I would imagine that...
Marty didn't.
Well, yeah, but I would imagine that if you don't win an Old Firm game before you get to like the 4th and 5th, you're on the verge of being fired. Like,
Once past 5.
What is the record? I wonder what the record is for a manager in terms of how many Old Firm games did he go without winning? Because either you would win one or you get fired. You can't. Surely you can't get to 10. Can you? You can't get to 10.
Well, there's a minimum of 3 this season already to go.
I'm not on about that. I'm not on about this. I'm on about like just in terms of what is the number you could realistically get to. I don't think you could get to 10 Old Firm games without a win because either A, you would actually win one, or B, you would be fired before you're allowed to get to 10.
No, I agree. And we're not talking about he's had 4 draws and 1 defeat, which, by the way, could have won Rangers the league last year. Could have.
Well, draws just like neutralise the points, don't they?
And that's what Rangers could have done with a lot of them. But, it's 1 draw, 4 defeats, and they're actually getting worse. Last season, they argued, they were close. Soon as I just spent 50 million on that pish. But honestly, if Yo, but not the thing is, we could be looking at a Beale situation. See, like the final Old Firm at Ibrox, we could win it because the league could be. Well, I could. The league will be wrapped up by about 20 points. So then you'll just have the argument of, oh, they can't beat them when it matters. Can you not see that happening?
Possibly.
Yo, even
But see, I think that was another dig on Michael Beale, man. I mean, that was a good performance, that 3-0 win. And he just got zero credit for it because it wasn't for the title.
what about the first game of the next season though? Well, why didn't they step up then?
That was just a bad game, man, it was.
A bad game.
No, let's be honest, like, that was a pish game of football that Celtic were lucky to win.
Right. Anyway, let's move on. I honestly, I think Clement won't win. I don't. He'd be lucky if he gets to.
Do you think there's such thing as a meaningless Old Firm game?
There's always bragging rights, but that one, they are as meaningless as an Old Firm can get.
Right, well, if that's the case...
Yeah, Gerrard won a few meaningless ones.
If that's the case, if an Old Firm game is only meaningful when it's deciding a title, could you not argue for almost 15 years now, the majority of the Old Firm games have been meaningless?
You could argue that, yeah.
Well, I don't think that's a fair argument.
Here, well, it's not meaningless, but some are more. It's like meaningless isn't the correct terminology, but it's ones where the pressure's a wee bit off. Because if we're being honest, people talk about United Liverpool. How many United Liverpool games in like the past fucking 20 years have actually decided a title or goes towards a title?
I don't think anybody really cares about that. I think that game's become irrelevant now.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like same with Tottenham Arsenal. Right, last year Arsenal needed to win. They went to White Hart Lane, Tottenham. You know, you actually the games across Europe, rivalries that actually mean something in terms of going towards league titles. Probably like El Clasico, but then it's not a real rivalry. It's just two teams at the top of the league. It's not a derby. Anyway, I don't think Clement will win an Old Firm because I don't think you'll see the January game.
You might not.
But again, if Rangers are 15 points behind going into that game at Ibrox in January, right? Will that go as a meaningless one? Because they're so far behind anyway. If you win, no, what? It goes to 12. So what? You see where that argument can come in though.
I think if Rangers are 15 points behind, something seriously went wrong.
Seriously went wrong. All that means a 10-point swing between here and now.
You're saying that as if that wouldn't be a serious problem?
It would be, but wait. So how many points do you think Rangers will be behind come the next Old Firm?
It's taking place on what, January 2nd?
Yeah. A lot of games in between now and then. When we're talking about like 15 games, probably more.
I think it would be around 10.
So you think it's only going to double?
Aye.
I'd be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked if it's only 10. I think the only way it's not like 15 is if he gets sacked and they get a new manager bounce.
We'll see.
I wouldn't bet on it though. Right, question number 4. Are you happy with the transfer window? You'll have to give the PC answer. I'm not saying politically correct. I'm saying the Philip Clement answer, damn it. Yeah.
I mean, he can't be happy with the transfer window, especially. I mean, here's how I would look at it. Rangers are £12 million, give or take, worse off. They've spent £12 million in the window. Once you take away and all that shit, they've got a £12 million deficit, and Celtic have actually made like almost a £12 million profit. So, I mean, there's that much money, and Celtic have probably got stronger, and Rangers are weaker.
Yep.
I don't see. I think Rangers are a weaker squad right now than they were at the end of last season.
No, I totally agree.
So therefore, it's like, how could you be happy with it? You've got a deficit of over 10 mil. Your rivals have got a profit of over 10 mil in terms of like net spend, and they have improved their team, and your team's got weaker. How can you be happy with that?
It's pathetic, but what Rangers need is the coefficient to be awful. They need Celtic not to get the Champions League money. No, it's a sad reality, but that's what they need. So that's when Celtic will penny pinch and not spend money.
Or just spend the war chest.
Nah, they're holding it for something else on that. But I mean, yeah, I think you've seen with 55 was that Celtic hadn't had Champions League in like 5 years, and I think they weren't spending a ridiculous amount of money. And to be fair, I think the reasons why they've spent money this window is because of the sale of O'Reilly, but the fact is they still went ahead and spent it. So yeah, I mean, I do like seeing teams do well in Europe, but I care more about Rangers beating Celtic. So Bye bye Hearts. Bye bye Kelly. Bye bye St Mirren. Bye bye Celtic. Bye bye a lot of them.
Bit selfish, but fair enough.
No, but you've got to admit, Rangers' own doing in Europe has actually put them fucking years behind Celtic, just due to the finance.
Yeah, no, Rangers building up the coefficient and let Celtic take advantage of it is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but that no.
But
see when Rangers won 55, the argument was if Rangers win the next season, they can put themselves what Celtic have done to them. Dave King said they'll fall like a pack of cards. Only one fucking team has fell like a pack of cards.
No, but that is true. See if Rangers had put a couple of league titles in a row and had the Champions League money guaranteed every year. Who's to say that the gap that we see right now wouldn't be existing, but Rangers would be in front?
It wouldn't. Celtic wouldn't be this far behind, right? But I don't think it's out the possibility to say that Rangers would be ahead.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, and they didn't.
Yep, and it's those small things in football. It's like we all loved that Europa League run, but you know what? Fucking trade it in every single day of the week for the league.
Yeah, unless maybe you won it.
Yeah, well, obviously, because then you would have got Champions League money anyway, and it's a European trophy. But reason number 5: will you see out your contract? 2028 is the date. Will he see it out? I'm going to say not a chance. He won't even see 2025 for me.
I mean, obviously he's going to answer yes.
Oh, aye.
But
I'm going to answer no.
I don't really see it. I think he's just guaranteed himself a wee extra bonus by signing that extension for when he does, ultimately leave. So, yep, that's it.
That's it, guys. That'll do it for an evening with Philip Clement. I'm sure there'll be more videos made to do with this tonight, but it could be a safe one for Phil. I wouldn't be surprised if it was cancelled last minute.
Everybody's turned up and they're like, not tonight, lads.
Not tonight, anyway. Till next time. Peace.